I'm Suja Lowenthal, council member in the 2nd District. Welcome to Heart of the City. Join us today in inducting 2 of our honorees into the Motorsports Walk of Fame. Let's take a look. And this year, we are so delighted and excited to have all of you here to honor 2 racing legends, Al Unser Jr. and Bobby Rahal.
The legends that have already been put into the sidewalk. Have Parnelli and Brian here is really an honor, and just to be in their company is very, very special.
I'm here with Jim McCallion, CEO of the Grand Prix Association of Long Beach. Jim, welcome to your event, our event. Could you give us a little bit of history about this event?
Well, you know, Suja, over the years, and we are celebrating our 35th anniversary, there are a number of people who've come and performed heroically on these streets, and we wanted to have the opportunity to recognize those achievements and then have the fans be able to see what they had done in a way of having a Motorsports Walk of Fame. So it was a collaborative effort between ourselves and the City of Long Beach and the CVB, and we think it represents a great way to talk about the legacy of what this event has meant to the city and also about those who have contributed so much to its success.
And it truly does celebrate the legacy of this event, the city, and all of the contributors. Tell us how the inductees are selected.
Well, we sit down with the city officials and the CVB at the beginning of the year, and we looking to see who really deserves the recognition. And our real challenge is picking out 2 or 3 people a year, because let me tell you something. We already talked about the fact that Pine Avenue might not be long enough to be able to incorporate all of the stars that are going to go in who have performed so well over the years.
Speaking of our honorees, could you tell us a little bit about the 2 that we've inducted this year?
Well, Al Unser Jr. has a very significant role here. He is the champion of Long Beach in many, many ways. He won 6 times here. That is a record. Nobody else has even won more than 4. He really is the king of the beach, and he's gone on and done so many other things in his career in terms of the Indy 500 and the Indy Car and Champ Car championships, that he really has a special place in the racing legacy. And as well as Bobby Rahal. Bobby Rahal came here as a kid back in 1978 and ran in what was then the Formula Atlantic Series, evolved into driving for kart, had great history, a great career. He ran at Indy, he won the championship, and he also came back as a co-owner of the Rahal Letterman team and had some great finishes here as well. And now his son, Graham Rahal, is running in the IndyCar series. He has also had a major impact in terms of the history of this event.
Thank you, Jim. And for those of you who don't know, Jim McCallion is a true legend of our own. He is the forefather of this event, celebrating all of our legends, but you truly are our personal legend. Thank you for bringing this event to us. Now let's go see if we can catch up to those 2 legends. Let me introduce you to Bobby Rahal. Bobby, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being here in Long Beach, our great city. You are truly a legend here. Would you tell us a little bit about your racing career?
Well, I mean, first off, it's great being here in Long Beach again. It always is, and certainly today, huge honor for me personally and for my family. So it's already started off in a great way. But from a racing standpoint, of course, I started out racing in the sports cars and graduated up through the ranks to Indy cars and did a few Formula One races. And anyway, managed to win a few races along the way. And Indy, and never won here in Long Beach, unfortunately, but always had some great races here, and I was just very fortunate to have a career that frankly, when I started, I just started to race, and I ended up doing all this. So it's been a thrill for me to have had the career and the life that I've had because of racing.
Well, as you noticed today, a lot of fans remember your racing here. So could you describe for us your favorite memory of Long Beach?
Well, it's nice to see all the fans. This has always had such a great following anyway, so I think that's what makes Long Beach in a lot of ways. But my favorite race here, probably you know, since I never really won here, you can't claim a victory. But I think in '78 I raced here in a junior series from the Atlantic, and I was trying to get to Europe, and I was on pole position, and a fellow hit me at the start, and I dropped way back and got back up, almost took the lead, and then the car broke. But it was from that race that afterwards Jackie Stewart came up to me and said he wanted to meet with me, with the owner of the Wolf Racing team, and next thing you know, I'm in Europe racing, and eventually got to Formula One that year as part of Wolf. And so for me, even though I didn't win that race was pretty fundamental to my progress in my career.
And what about today? What does it mean to be recognized and inducted into the Long Beach Motorsports Hall of Fame?
Well, it's a tremendous honor, especially when you look at the names and the other plaques on the sidewalk. You know, Dan Gurney, who's certainly one of the greatest drivers ever, and Mario Andretti and Brian Redman and Parnelli, and I mean it's a pretty heady company to be included with. So for me, it's a tremendous thrill, and you know, I loved racing here. I always looked forward to come here to race, and I look forward to it as an owner now, and then now to be able to watch my son race on Sunday, that makes it even more special. So it's great being part of Long Beach folklore.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for being here, sharing your legacy with us. You've heard him say a couple of times he didn't win here, but he is a winner in Long Beach. Now let me introduce you to our second honoree and inductee into the Motorsports Walk of Fame, Al Unser Jr. Al, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Would you tell us a little bit about your racing career?
Well, gosh, it started when I was 9 years old in a go-kart, and I was very lucky and fortunate to be born into racing. Basically, my family with my dad, Al Unser, and then my uncle Bobby, and the success that they had in the auto racing world. And so it was only really a natural that I would become a race car driver, and we loved it so much, and we did it for a lot of years. So.
We heard you talk a little bit about your memories here in Long Beach, racing in Long Beach. Would you tell us your favorite memory in Long Beach?
Winning. That's my favorite memory. We were fortunate enough to win here 6 times, and really just see Long Beach grow up. You know, back when I raced here in an Atlantic car when we went up on Ocean Boulevard and back down, and then when Indy cars came here in 1984. This Borders and all that was, I remember it being a parking lot, and the Civic Center, you know, was a garage area, and now it's just grown up, and it's just beautiful, you know, with what Long Beach has done, and really I think it's because of the Grand Prix. I think it's because of the fans that have come out to support the race, and that's what made it special for me. You know, it was truly the fans that supported this race that made us do so well. So.
And you really have grown up with us here in the city, 35 years of this event. Tell us a little bit about what it means today to be inducted into the Motorsports Walk Hall of Fame.
It's just a huge honor, you know, to be associated with Mario Andretti and Bobby Rahal and Brian Redman, Parnelli Jones, Dan Gurney. You know, these are names that you know, when I was growing up, they were heroes of mine, and you know, for me to be in the same company as them is just a blessing from God, and just a true honor.
Thank you for being here. Congratulations, and thank you for sharing your talent with us. You heard it yourself. This is the event to be at the Motorsports Walk of Fame. Our 2 honorees, our inductees today, celebrated the fans, and it is the fans that make this event what it is. 35 years of the Long Beach Grand Prix. We will continue to go on. Be here with us next year. See the excitement. Feel the excitement. Join me here. I look forward to seeing you. I'm Councilmember Suja Lowenthal, and you're watching Heart of the City.